All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back on the another day of another session in Beyond Boundaries with Homeopathy 360 webinar series. And today we have Dr. Priyanka Lathkar, ma'am, for today's session. We are going to explore today sea remedies, which is a very unique title. So a very warm welcome to you, ma'am. And let's have an introduction of Dr. Priyanka, ma'am. So she's a practicing homeopathic physician from Hyderabad, and I'm very proud to say that she's a gold medalist, third and final year BHMS. She's PGDMS Symbiosis Pune. She has 11 years of experience and she's actively holds camps in different organizations. Her method of teaching is use of easy language and logical connect of day-to-day experiences. She actively shares her video on homeopathy and health on her YouTube channel. You can also check her channel too to get lots of information and knowledge on Homeopathy 360. We are very happy to have you, ma'am, today on this platform. And we are very excited to learn about the sea remedies because in our Materia Medica, sometimes we, skip those remedies and many times we did not get the experience and did not get the confidence to use those remedies in our day-to-day practice. So today we have you and we are going to explore such remedies with such you have so much experience in educating homeopathic remedies and materia medica, so we are very excited to learn from you today, ma'am. So thank you so much for on this platform. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mansi. Thank you so much, Homeopathy 360, for giving me this opportunity to talk on my favorite topic, that is sea remedies. First of all, whoever are participating and are here joining me on this topic, let me just tell you that I am also a student and we will together learn and explore about this beautiful topic. And actually, as a student, when I was in school and when I was in college, studies like were very tedious for me. Unless and until we are making friends with those topics, we will not understand. It'll be very difficult for us to register those things. So I always make a point that whatever we learn, whatever we try to study, you should have that the feeling about it. How is that if it is example of any sea remedy, or we say that acid group, so how that acid will behave. So you should try and live or feel like that item or that substance. So only then you will be able to understand how that person or think expresses itself. So today I'll be sharing few pictures, few videos also. So when you see that source, like for example, sepia, we get it from cuttlefish. So how that cuttlefish is. So we'll see that. And throughout the life, you will never forget how is cuttlefish, why there is indifference, why she behaves the way she behaves in her life. So we'll begin. Shall I start sharing?
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Please start.
Everyone can see, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So this topic is exploring.
You can also make your screen full so that presentation will be more clear.
How to do that?
I think it must be in the view option.
View. Okay. Then?
I think.
Fit to window?
Yes, I think. Sure. Ma'am, home page slideshow. Ma'am, I think the option is slideshow.
Slideshow, right?
Yeah, from beginning. I think from beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So exploring essential sea remedies, themes, and indications.
Ma'am, I think you need to stop by the space or something.
Sorry?
Ma'am, I think slide is will be keep changing.
Okay. Stop. How should I stop that?
I think it's from the space bar you can stop.
Okay, take it. Done.
Yeah.
So this is one quote that I want to tell, that great attention is paid to rainforests because of the diversity of life there. We see animals, we see plants, we see rocks, we see minerals, we see so many things on our planet Earth, on the floor where we stay, on the earth where we stay. But diversity in the ocean is even greater. Why is this person telling that? Because I'll give an example. Fishes is a group of live organisms, like living organisms, where they are here on the planet Earth. They're the oldest animals on the planet Earth. They have more than 34,000 species. And more than 34,000 species means variety. Those many varieties are there of the fish, and they are equivalent to all the species of mammals, of fishes, and of reptiles. So these three varieties, they have the combined species only in the fish. So you see the wide diversity which we have in the ocean. And this is, I'm talking only about fish. There are so many other things like octopuses, jellyfish, then mollusk that we see. So there is so much to learn in the sea life, right? Now I want to tell you the sea water and motherly connect. It has been said कि पानी से जन्म लेते हैं और पानी में ही मर जाते हैं. ऐसा कहा जाता है, मतलब समुंदर में ही जन्म होता है और समुंदर में ही मर जाते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि the scientists have proved that the sea water and the amniotic fluid in the mother's womb, when we are in the mother's womb, it has similar content, similar composition. We call sea as our mother because incidentally, the fluid in the mother's womb is similar to that of seawater. Amniotic fluid of the womb has same salts, same minerals in the similar proportion, in which we thought that evolutionary origins are in the ocean. The sea is home for all the life, that animals, plants, fungi, microorganisms, and so many things. And that is why we see there are so many things which are there on the planet Earth, which possesses anti-inflammatory property, analgesic properties. And similarly, in the marine also, in the sea also, absolutely there are wonderful properties where the research is very limited, right? So I want to tell you that in the Hinduism, what we do is after the ashes, after the death, that we leave in the water, right? So the mother's womb has that water, and we leave those ashes in the water. So it is the start and the end point. That's why everything is there in the sea. So it is, sorry? Sorry?
Nothing, ma'am. Nothing.
So that is why it is so much connected to us. Now, mythologically also, we have seen those Dashavatars. In that, first was Matsya Avatar. So it's a very long thing. That's why I said that fishes are the oldest species on this planet. So that's why that is what we know how it all began. The first avatar is Matsya Avatar. Now we'll see some important homeopathic remedies we get from the sea. And the first one is our favorite, that is Sepia. I want to share the video also, and please take a look at it very closely, because once you understand that creature, you will never forget how the sepia will behave when the patient is coming to your clinic. Can you hear this video sound?
No, ma'am. We can't hear.
You please confirm me if you are able to.
No, ma'am. Audio is not there. You can
Now?
check the. No, ma'am. No.
No?
But can you check from the speaker?
Speaker is on because it's highest. The volume is the highest which I kept.
And the speaker icon which is visible on the video. Can you check from that icon also?
This one. Yeah, it's on only.
No, from the video we see the icon of speaker. Yes, that
Acha,
one.
this one. Acha, okay. Okay.
This one is also up.
Now tell me.
No, ma'am, not yet. Does it have sound?
Yes, absolutely. There is a sound. What to do? How to check? You can't?
No, ma'am, no. Play the video, ma'am, please.
One second.
No, ma'am. Sound is not there. That's okay, ma'am. You can explain it.
Okay. Shall I keep my?
Yeah.
Is it still not there?
No, ma'am.
What to do? It's not there?
No, ma'am.
Oh, what to do now?
Ma'am, if the video is present out of your PPT, you can also check from playing that video. Like maybe the issue is that it is present in the presentation.
It will be possible.
Like if you have saved this video somewhere in your computer, or you can send me this video, I can play this.
Shall I send it?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
send
one
it
second.
here, and I will check.
Yes, check now. I sent you. Must be the last one.
Ma'am, we did not. I did not get the cuttlefish video.
अच्छा एक मिनट अभी आया देखो
Yes, yes, this I think.
हाँ
No, ma'am, that's not the cuttle one.
the last one
Uh, it's of 2 minutes
check.
41 second. That one, ma'am.
Yes, I think. No. Sorry. 3 minutes it is.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. In the beginning, it has, I think, jellyfish.
Yes. Sent. Check one.
Um, do I need to start from the little forwarding?
Yeah. Just one line it was.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, ma'am. Now I get the video. Just a minute. Is it clear? Ma'am, can you see my screen sharing? Ma'am, your mic is mute.
No, I can't.
You can't check.
Now I can see. Yes, yes. Now I can see.
Okay. I have played that video, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, yes. Confirm everyone if they can hear. The sound is not there actually.
You can't hear, ma'am?
No. It's okay, no problem. I'll just talk about it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, in the video, it is shown that cuttlefish can camouflage. Cuttlefish can change the color of the body very quickly, and within a few seconds, it can change to the background. And here, the guy is experimenting of how it is if the cuttlefish is able to change the color of the normal things also where we stay, like sofa set or the backdrop of the walls or the flooring. So there also cuttlefish is giving his best, right? That is what it is shown, that how camouflaging is so natural to cuttlefish. But here I want to add, where is my this thing presentation?
Yes, ma'am. Now your presentation is live.
Take it. Okay. So, but I can't see. I don't know why. Take it. Okay, got it. So, and one more thing I wanted to add here, that cuttlefish, you will be very surprised to know that cuttlefish, when it does mating with the opposite sex, after that mating, the cuttlefish gives birth to almost 100 to 300 baby cuttlefishes, and after that it dies, it perishes. So see how the person or the sepia or the cuttlefish, how the cuttlefish is blending, trying to blend, trying to be everywhere, trying to give 100%. And then once that pregnancy comes, the delivery happens, the person dies. So that is how the same thing goes inside the sepia person also. That person becomes completely indifferent to the loved ones. to the thing which already the person enjoys. So here are the few things, like it is derived from the ink of cuttlefish. Ink is something which the fishes use for the protection. If they sense that some harm is going to come, somebody is going to attack, they'll release that ink. From that, the sepia medicine is prepared. Frequently, we know that this remedy is used for gynecological complaints. It is suited to females who feel indifferent towards loved ones. Now we see how is the cuttlefish's life. It goes after delivery, after pregnancy, where there is a lot of love which is involved. Maternal love is the top notch. But after that, this person goes into indifference. This is one of the most intelligent sea creatures. It has brain which is big as its body. Cuttlefish is called Kimbo, king of camouflage. We've seen that. And it not only changes the color of the body, but it also changes the texture of the body. Agar wo sandy area mein hai, it will change the texture as per the surrounding. If it is in a grassy land or a rocky surface, depending on that, it changes the texture also. Sphere of action is mostly liver, portal system, female organs, important glands, and nerves. Initially, when this person is in the soric phase, when it is in the initial stage, there is lot of sensitivity, there is lot of anxiety. So it is sensitive to music, sensitive to noise, sensitive to pain, domination, but later on it goes into complete indifference. So indifference to family, indifference to loved ones, to the pleasure to those things which that person was enjoying before. Indifference to husband, to household chores. Many skin and joint issues it has. Now, here, psychodynamic thing I'm going to share. The home or where we stay is what is the first line of security for us. You're cozy, you're safe when you're in the house. But here, sepia is having that indifference towards the thing which are very, very secure to the person, or the love where the person feels that warmth. That is why the joint, which represents the relationship, that's why sepia's joints are affected when the indifferent or the pattern of thought is like that. So joint affected, skin, which is the first layer of protection in our body, that gets affected. So the soft texture of the skin turns into the hardness. That's why the skin becomes hard. Washerwoman remedy, we say that. The person is overworked. The person is overdoing for everybody. But that subtleness, that softness turns into hardness. That's why CP is one of the indicator for the hard warts. Now, clinical indication, if we see, like I said, the soric state, the person is having anxiety towards children, towards household matters. But in later psychosis state, it becomes indifferent, indifferent to love, indifferent to enjoyment. That's why hardness comes on the dynamic plane. Complaints are after coition. Here you see the cuttlefish's life, which I told you, after pregnancy, direct delivery, and then death. So everything complaints. If you see the rubrics in the repertory, complaints, all such complaints after the coition is sepia, very well marked. That's why dullness after coition, sadness after coitions, indifferent after coition, headache, confusion after coition, all these are rubrics which you will find, and sepia covers all this. Now, the main theme of sepia, there is stagnancy of all level. Now, sora, we see the irritability or itching. This is one of the psychotic remedy where there is something excess. So, overwork causes blockage. So, the blockage, the flow, which is the positive flow, it gets blocked. So, there is indifference, there is isolation, there is loss of sexual desire. This person, these people are very, very practical. They are physically active. You've seen how actively it changes, it camouflages, it tries to merge with the surrounding. So dancing, walking, ambulation in sepia. It also covers female hormonal cycle. That's why all the blockage things sepia covers very nicely, like constipation or hemorrhoids, uterine prolapse, menstrual disorders, premenstrual tension, never well since pregnancy, or birth control pills is one key symptom of sepia. And also in depression cases, we can think of sepia where there is a lot of indifference. Now, here is a catch. Don't think of sepia if the person is super enthusiastic. You feel that person is doing this, doing that. There is a little indifference towards certain things, but overall the life they are enjoying. So you can't think of sepia. Okay. Now this is another one. It's a jellyfish. Now I hope this video is audible and visible. I'll just try once. Tell me if it is audible. If it is audible, please confirm.
No, ma'am, that's too also not audible.
Not audible?
Yeah, ma'am.
Is it not audible?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Just see few for few seconds and then I'll explain.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll stop here. Otherwise, without sound, everybody will get bored. Okay. So Medusa is one of the remedy in homeopathy, which is prepared from jellyfish. Okay. So jellyfish, we see they're very beautiful. They look gorgeous. They are made of 95% of water. And even when the jellyfish is washes off near the seashore, they will evaporate due to the sun heat because there is a 95% of water into it. Now, jellyfish is called as boneless, brainless, bloodless, and heartless creatures. So you see, they are having only nervous system and somewhat some digestive system. When they feel there is a harm or threat by somebody, they will, from those tentacles which you see in the picture, they will just release the venom and attack the attacker or that threat. So the venom is released and they also attack the nerves. That is why Medusa is very nicely given in allergic reactions and also in nerve kinds of a complaint where there are spasms, there are convulsions. So all such are really nicely covered by Medusa. Now, Medusa is a jellyfish which is prepared from jellyfish, which is used for curing swelling of mouth. Now, see, the swelling is coming due to the venom that it releases. So you remember how the jellyfish is, and that's how you can think of how it is presenting in your clinic. What are the symptoms the patient is showing you? There is swelling of mouth, ears, nose, lips. Medusa is an important medicine where there is no production of milk in the mothers. So it tries to activate the blood circulation or where the chemicals are needed to act in a certain situations. So that's why a galactia, all those Medusa works really wonders. It helps in productions of milk in the breast. So it activates that blood circulation. It activates those nerves, which are very, very sensitive. So jellyfish stings the prey with the tentacles and it releases venom and paralyzes the targets. So arteries, nerves, it affects. Now, spare of action is allergic issues where neurotic edema, urticarial rashes, ulcers, herpes, it covers beautifully. Breast issues, neuromuscular complaints, cardiovascular issues, endocrinal issues. Now you see the picture of jellyfish. They look beautiful. Okay. So you see the fourth point, they are aesthetic. My mentally, they want to be beautiful. They want to look beautiful. If you see a jellyfish, they look so pretty, right? They look so pretty. They look aesthetics. But that is why they float up. They go up in the ocean and they feel they are the best. So that comes naturally to them. So they become narcissist. They go high and they feel great about their own life. They are typical people where they hate people, the other people who are enjoying their life. See, the narcissism is on that level. They are typical routinist. They can't change their routine. They don't like changes in their life. and they have a typical hatred for the people who are enjoying their life. How bad is that? How mean is that? They are introverted. If a jellyfish comes to your clinic, they don't answer completely. They have aversion to answer. They never share history in one go, right? They unable to enjoy. They cannot enjoy other people enjoying their life. When others are laughing, it irritates them. They need a lot of sleep, otherwise they feel useless. So they are narcissists. They love routine. They hate people who are enjoying their life. Now, clinically, it is used, as we said, to activate. So that's why lack of milk production in suppressed urine. So suppressed urine, it activates again. Urticaria, vesicular eruptions. So the theme is basically indifference, aversion to family, loved ones. They love physical activity, walking and dancing. Now in two remedies we saw, Sepia also, Medusa also. They love physical activity, dancing, walking, ameliorate complaints. Now this is Spongia. Again, this is one video. Just see, it is very beautiful to see, not to hear. Just see this once. Where they are releasing a non-toxic dye to the sponges in the seabed and how it releases out of the tubes. Just see how they are releasing. This is Spongia. This is non-toxic dye. Now see just that. Now see how it comes out. This is so very beautiful. See how beautifully it releases. So there are so many pores in the sponge. With those pores, it absorbs. It holds for a few seconds and then it releases out. Now there's one, they will show the barrel sponge. It is not as small as this, but a bigger one. See, this is barrel sponge where it is a singular, but it is a sponge. It takes in the non-toxic dye for a few seconds, but beautifully it releases again. So you've seen that the house sponge with multiple pores, it absorbs, it holds that thing for some time and then it releases. That is how the spongia is also. It is prepared from roasted sea sponge. This remedy is used for respiratory issues. That's why that absorption, holding and releasing, it covers all the respiratory issues. While the person experiencing dry, barking coughs because of the extreme constriction. So initially, this absorption, hold and release is quite quick. But over a period of time, this becomes dry. And that's why it becomes constricted. That's why barking cough, breathing difficulties, croup kind of cough, Spongia covers beautifully. Sphere of action is heart, respiratory system, nerves, and glands. The mind of Spongia. Actually, from the fourth points onward is the first stage of Spongia. And then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 point. So fifth point is they are initially vivacious. They are cheerful. They love freedom. She gets sad, but she comes out very quickly. The way the sponge is behaving also. They don't want stagnancy. They don't want that hold for a long period of time. They want to release everything very quickly. Then later on, when this becomes a very normal or very, very frequent in their life, they become very, very uh, they anxious, right? First, they go into alternating state of mind, sadness, weeping, sadness with weeping, then uh, cheerfulness with dullness. So the alternating states are there in Spongia. They have anxiety about future, there is a despair, and there is a brooding because they've gone through so much in their life. And then delusion, everything is meaningless. मतलब आई एम डूइंग सो मच, मैं इतना कुछ कर रहा हूँ, but I don't know, I am feeling suffocated. This kind of a feeling Spongia goes through. The key features, like in the keynote, we see the cough is like a saw cutting wood. So the typical dry, constricted respiratory tract is Spongia. It can hold with the help of pores, but it can release also. Clinically, it is given in a cardiac asthma, cardiorespiratory failure, pulmonary hypertension, valvular disease, croup, we've seen, respiratory debility, bronchospasm. It goes constant constriction and then becomes spasm, right? Loss of compliance of that area, of that passage. So the theme is hold and release, things to remember, dry cough, there's a lot of anxiety, suffocation, walking or activity amelioration. This is through and through in everything. Sensitive to music, sensitive to hurt and criticism. Now, I think this one would be the last video. Just see, Ambra Grisea is one of my favorite medicines. Ambra and embarrassment, Ambra of that word, and Ambra you remember because ailments from embarrassment you see in Ambra Grisea. I'll start off the video. Just see, I'll just tell you what it is. This is the sperm whale. It is one of the biggest creature in the sea. And they are one of those sea creatures who dive very, very deep inside the sea because they have ability to carry the oxygen for longer period of time. Where with the one dive, human loses the oxygenation up to 15%. They can hold up to 95%. Means we are going down. Itna kam jata hai, but they still carry 95% of oxygen in their body. They have those proteins which are capable enough to carry maximum oxygen when they are doing the deep dive. When you dive deep, you must have observed there is nobody else near them. They are the alone, they're the lonely creatures, but that is what they enjoy because they get embarrassed very easily. They are timid, they are very, very shy. Okay, so embarrassment. It is made from sperm whale vomit. Matlab, whatever is the bad material which is there inside their digestive tract, from that it is produced. You will be surprised to see ambergris is the term which is used for that vomit is extremely expensive in the market. Once it is vomited, it is black, gray kind of a color, but with the sun rays, it dries up. It becomes whitish, grayish color, but that has a very beautiful smell once it dries up. And it is very expensive. It is sold, 1 kg ambergris is sold in more than crores because it is too expensive. It is because rarely it is found in the sea. And they are using this for the perfumes. So perfume industry, they are using this. So this is very, very illegal to get the ambergris. So the sperm whale, you see the fourth point, the sperm whale has the biggest brain of any animal species. You can check the Google. It weighs 9 kilogram. Our baby, when it is born, it is hardly 2.5 kg, complete body altogether. The sperm whale has only the brain, which is 9 kgs. They are very intelligent people. They are intelligent creatures. Sperm whale goes deep inside the sea, and without the single breath, it can stay for 2 hours inside the deep sea. They have very intelligent, complex brain. Deeper it goes in the ocean, they see very less animals. They're quite lonely and they enjoy that time. This is also a female remedy. female remedy. It works on respiratory system. You see that it has a holding capacity of breath, and then nervous system, because it has intelligent brain. It also acts on the nerve. They're very sensitive. They are embarrassed. It covers mind symptom. It is a beautiful cough remedy, and it is famously given for constipation. So what is the keynote of Ambra Grisea when it comes to constipation? They can't pass urine. They can't pass motion in front of anybody. Even the attender, if that person is on a bed rest, that attender also they request, ki, please, can you go out? I need to pass urine. I need to pass motion. They're very bashful. They're very, very timid. They don't like crowd. They prefer staying alone. They're extremely sensitive to music. I've also put an extreme long form video of about ambergris on my YouTube channel. You can check that also. Now our favorite, Calcarea, which is prepared from middle ear oyster shell. So Calcarea, fortunately, I don't have a video of Calcarea. So you know, because it is a very famous medicine which we use in our clinics. So Calcarea carb, it is derived from the middle ear of oyster shell. So in the oyster shell, the inside, the linings of that, we use it for medicine preparation. This remedy is used for the individuals who are physically, emotionally sluggish, easily fatigued, and they have cold extremities. The shell is full of calcium. They have leucophlegmatic constitution. They have dropsical tendency, indicated in the most weak bones with weak curvature. They crave for undigested food items. The key feature is slow development, tendency to grow fat. They're very chilly, and many fears and anxiety. This key feature I'll explain again after this clinical indication. So the clinical indication is sore throat, swollen glands, recurring bronchitis, eczema, growth disorders, obesity, gout, and spleens. Now the personality, how it develops, and we can understand about the fear and anxiety, which I told you last slide. Imagine the life in the shell. आप imagine करो आपके shell के अंदर हो. So shell के अंदर कैसा रहेगा? Protective environment रहेगा. So ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको excessive parental protection मिला है. Excessive parental protection, it is not necessary that it is only to a child. It is only to babies. This protection can be to anybody. Wife is protecting husband is also extremely protective towards wife, or when the parents are elderly, the children who are grown ups now, they're also too much protective about their parents. So that is why they have a lot of fear. That is why there is a slow development. They need that protection. And when you have continuous supply of protection, the growth will be slow. There is a tendency of growing fat. They are chilly. Chilly means they don't have that zest for the life. That's why they develop fear and anxiety. Sensitive to criticisms. Obviously, when you're protected, कोई भी कुछ भी बोलेगा, so you will get sensitive. You will be sensitive to reprimands. You will have fear of opinion. What will others say? Now I'm coming out of the shell and performing this. What will they think of me? So that is why they have a lot of fear. They take responsibility too seriously because they want to prove. अरे मेरे को ऐसे मत समझो. Don't think like that. I've been through the shell all my life. I can also do this. So that is why they overdo. They go out of their limitations. They get frightened easily. That's why Calcarea patients cannot see horror movies. They get very accidental scenes. They can't see that. They get start at the prick of the needle. Okay, so this was Calcarea. So all these medicines which I have explained until now, that Ambra Grisea or Medusa or Spongia. So all these I have tried to explain in a detail. I will explain these medicines also, but in a short way. There are so many other medications also, but we don't have time that much. Asteria rubens is prepared from red starfish. Asteria rubens is made from red starfish. It is used in the complaints of menopausal age group. They relieve hot flashes which are there in the menopausal states, breast cancer cases, nervous disturbances such as neuralgia, chorea, hysteria. Red starfish are boneless vertebrates. Okay. Now I'll just tell you that this red starfish, they have a very strong skin. They are very, very strong. The skin is very strong. The musculature is very strong. Their nerves, the blood supplies, the blood vessels are very, very strong. That's how they cover this neurological complaints. They also have leucophlegmatic constitution, and they have high sexual desire in the morning. their nerves are very sensitive. Like we have said, it covers all the nerve symptoms. They have high sexual desire in the morning. That is hysterical. So that's why nerve involvement shows in the form of chorea, paralysis, spasm, numbness. For all these complaints, we can think of hysteria. There's a constant wet feeling of vulva. It covers cancer breast with discharges. Now, this covers the menopausal age group, right? It covers that menopausal age group where hormonal shift is happening. And that is why cancer breast is seen, discharges with the complications of cancer breast is also seen. That's why acne, hormonal change, it is seen. Between the mammae, there are eruptions where asteria you can think of. Now, key feature or clinical indications where we can use is the breast-related issue. Just now we explained menopausal flushes due to the hormonal shift which is happening during the menopausal age group. Bronchial constriction, mind, there is a lot of fear, misfortune, bad news. Now you've seen that starfish, it has the capability of regeneration. So even some shark or some prey is near them or away from them, they can cut their own arm. They can cut their own arm. So that's why there is always fear that something will happen, somebody will attack me. And they know, because they know that they can regenerate again. Delusions, they are under control of some strangers. Now, starfish is somebody who loves staying alone. They don't want company, they don't want crowd. That's why wherever they go, they feel that they are among the strangers. There is always hallucination. Nerves are extremely sensitive. Sexual hysteria, especially in the morning in the bed. And that is the reason when your nerves get so much excited in the morning, you lose that energy throughout the day. And that's why becomes a reason for their dullness, their weeping tendency whole day, which stays. Because early morning, all the nerve strength goes off in that hysterical spell. The theme is they cannot tolerate contradiction. The weeping tendency, they are very, very emotional. You can't say anything to them, can't say anything to me. There is a lot of fears, walking, activity, ambulation. There is nymphomania in the morning, we've just explained. Suited to menstrual related issues and for climateric age groups where there is hormonal shift which is happening. Murex purpurea. Murex is a sea snail where you can see the beautiful structure which is there. It's a sea snail. It is derived from the type of sea snail. Murex is mostly used for gynecological issues, particularly when there is a bearing down sensation, early stages of uterine prolapse and hormonal imbalance. From the murex snail, the purple dye is prepared. The purple color is prepared, and purple is the color of sexuality, right? So sphere of action is mostly female genital organs, digestive systems. Clinically used in uterine prolapse, dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia, metrorrhagia. The key feature is bearing down sensation. Bearing down sensation is also there in sepia. There's always consciousness of uterus, increased sexual desire, violent excitement of sexual organs. Just now, we saw in asterias also. Excessive, unbearable desire to embrace with least touch. Agar genitals ko, even there is a least touch, they feel that the excitement is too much and they want to embrace. That's why nymphomania is here. The theme of Murex is also covers nymphomania, lasciviousness, physical activity, ambulation. You must have seen throughout fishes or sea creatures, there is a physical activity, ambulation. They're constantly restless, they're constantly active. Menses ambulates their complaint, and there is a lot of obviously restlessness. Now we've gone through few important remedies. There are so many remedies which we can cover, but because of the less time, I am just taking few remedies. So we can consider this as a main theme. They all need vigorous movement which ameliorate. You have seen dancing, walking, anxiety related to menses, climateric issues, menopause, or menses related issues, where there is a hormonal shift. Everything is covered beautifully by C remedies. Complaints which are related to hormones. Complaints with glandular environment. Indifference, aversion to children, family, loved ones, sensitive to music. All these creatures, they love their own company. They love staying alone. They don't want crowd. They are extremely bashful. They are extremely timid. They feel disgusted. Now in Ambra Grisea also, they feel that their secretions, be it a sweat, be it urine, be it motion, they feel they're not, they're very dirty. So that's why that embarrassment feeling, even though it is not, it is a kind of a delusion they have. So they feel disgusted about their own presence, their own secretions. There is withdrawal tendency. So I am not here, I don't belong here, I will withdraw from that situation. So they are the ones that, okay, मुझसे नहीं होता है, I'll just back off. So withdrawal tendency, tend to go inside the shell again, tend to just go away from the crowd, tend to be alone. They enjoy that. Anxiety, something will happen. Something will happen, that fear, that anxiousness, somebody will attack me because fish, you imagine the life inside the sea is always challenging. We don't know, we can't expect what will come next, who will attack. So there is anxiety that everything, about everything, what will happen? Oh, there is some start there. Okay, somebody is there and they will attack me, they will eat me up. Lack of trust. Now we've seen the relationship issues, lack of trust, issues connecting to other people, issues with family, issues with partner, children. They feel abandoned, they feel misunderstood, ailments from loss of relationship. Now, natrum is also a sea remedy. We've seen loss of relationship, disappointment in love, ailments from reproach, from being ashamed, from ailments from embarrassment. So many things which are covered by the sea remedies. They need their space, they need privacy. Crowd and company aggravates their complaints. Now, the misem, it covers mostly psychotic, tubercular. There's excess, the overwork, everything in excess, fear, anxiety. So it turns into the psychotic thing. Tubercular, where we know the theme is dissatisfaction. They're not satisfied with whatever is their surrounding. So they have relationship issues. They're not satisfied with particular relationship. So they're sensitive to what is happening around them. And that's why it covers these two misems. Thermals, we've seen few remedies are very hot, few remedies are chilly. Okay, so the chilly remedies are Calcarea, Sepia, Spongia, and hot remedies are Asterias, Aquamarina, Natrum. Now we know, we understood the theme, how the sea remedies, we need to remember, how we need to go about. We can rule out many remedies with only this kind of a theme. Now the theme is very important to remember while prescribing, but at the same time, you never forget the core which will differentiate the sea, the core which will differentiate sea remedies amongst each other. Now there are so many common things, right? Just like relationship issues, walking ambulation, the nymphomania, lasciviousness, so many things are there. But we need to also differentiate between the remedies. Example, rule out if there is excitement is sepia. Indifference is sepia. Timidity, bashfulness when it comes to Ambra Grisea. Ambra Grisea prepared from sperm whale, which dives deep and it wants to stay alone, away from the crowd. Timidity, bashfulness, Ambra Grisea. Calcarea Carb, where complaint starts with excess protection, parental protection, and desperation to prove himself. Spongia has that sensitivity. So when you say about Spongia, that picture should come in your mind. There is a sensitiveness, hold and release ability, suffocation, how it is suffocated. Calcarea, that image should come in your mind. How it is under parental protection, how that person is developing her personality, how he wants to prove himself. Then Ambra Grisea, the image of the sperm whale should come in front of you. How it goes deep, how it tries to avoid so many people around. And that's why Ambra is also beautiful remedy for the respiratory issues because it is having that ability to hold. Medusa is jellyfish. The picture should come in your mind. They feel great about themselves. So they have hard-hearted nature. They shows that typical mannerism, perfect routinist, narcissism. They don't like if people are enjoying their own life. Then because Medusa is brainless, boneless, heartless creature. Nymphomania, we've seen that. Murex and Asterias. So nymphomania, private touch, private area with the least touch, it gets excited. and nymphomania in Asterias aggravates by warmth. Now, the key summary, the important pointers where you just think, okay, this person belongs to this group. Emotional turbulence has to be there. So, C remedies often address emotional instability, turbulence, and sensitivity. Patients who benefit from these remedies may experience mood swings, anxiety, emotional reactivity. They feel overwhelmed and disconnected to the people they are living with. So, this sense of disconnection may manifest as feelings of isolation, loneliness, disconnection from oneself, and disconnection from other people. Fear, anxiety, and phobia. Many C remedies address fear particularly related to unknown. What will happen? Who will come? Something will be there. Dark or deep. Patients who benefit from these remedies may experience fear of being overwhelmed and engulfed into that situation. Sensitivity and reactivity. This sensitivity may manifest as emotional reactivity, mood swings, and physical sensitivities. So, sensitivity where the nerves are very, very alert, they're alert, they're sensitive to criticism, sensitive to experiences, sensitive to embarrassment. So, everything that covers this title. Now, transformation and renewal. Patients who benefit from these remedies may be undergoing significant life changes, feeling stuck, something is blocking their energy, or seeking personal growth or transformation. In the conclusion, I wish to quote this from David Johnson. See how beautifully he expresses this. See, remedies, themes are of connection versus disconnection, boundaries versus vulnerability, numbness versus sensitivity, stasis versus motion, restrictive protection versus freedom. The homeopathic understanding of ocean and its inhabitants is truly in its infancy. Our understanding will never be complete, but the animals above provide a starting point for perceiving the most fundamental themes of life. So let us all discover, let's do some research on these beautiful medicines, because it is very, very less explored area, very, very less explored topic. So, as one writer states, the ocean, though vast and mysterious, is also a place of acceptance, of being able to relax, to let go, to flow in the place too great for the mind to imagine. There are the feelings of motherhood, of attracting, receiving, giving birth, and nurturing. Forces which give birth to and nurture all life on our planets. So that was the presentation. I hoped you enjoyed. Mansi? Dr. Mansi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I hope everybody was there, because it's very difficult to continuously talk. The one person is talking, and then I will not understand if the person, people in the meeting are able to understand and comprehend what I'm telling them.
यार एक मिनट बोलो. Yes, hello, ma'am. So we are back, and if anybody have any questions, please put up your questions to ma'am, and we will surely answer your all the questions. So, ma'am, have you attended this question? Like one attendee has asked, ma'am, how would you differentiate Natramune mine from Medusa? Ma'am, your mic is mute.
Yes. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Medusa is extremely hard-hearted. Natrum Mur is not somebody who is so emotionless. It is just that the way they want to express or the way they want to process their emotions is completely different. Medusa is ultimately a perfect narcissist. They feel great. I don't know. I don't feel that Natrum Mur is having that kind of a feeling about that self. They are extremely what do you say, they're very reserved. The way they handle their own emotions is completely different than the Medusa. So this was just a gist, but there is huge amount of difference between Natrum and Medusa.
All right, ma'am. Next question we have. What is the starting point for research in C remedies of homeopathy? P. Sai Krishna is asking.
What is the starting point of research?
Yes, ma'am.
I think, I'm just giving you the idea of we can do some research, but definitely I think you need PhD, you need MD and that, and you can connect with the CCRH people. You can go onto the website and see what are the researches which they are taking. Because I too get so many emails from those or from so many homeopathic fraternities that do you want to become a research participant? But we don't know how to process that. I think on CCRH website there must be some kind of information. How can you think? How can you go about it? Because many medicines are less explored, so you can think of proving those remedies. So the trials are going on. You can join those trials. Just find out the information which is available on the website.
All right, and we have attendees. They are saying the session was very wonderful and very informative. And yes, truly it is. And we explored many sea remedies today in a very interactive and a very beautiful way. The way Dr. Priyanka Lathkar ma'am has shown in the in the format of videos and the beautiful presentation, it was really nice, ma'am. It was
Thank you. Thank
really very nice.
Now, I really want to
And
request all the participants to just give me feedback about how the presentation was, because that is also learning for us, all of us, especially because I want to know how they want to learn, I want to just keep it very simple,
yes,
very logical, so that they don't forget throughout their life what is this remedy. So they should understand. It is not like blank in your slate when this Spongia comes. Then you
yes,
should
of
have some
course.
kind of idea with a logical thinking. So please do give us a feedback. Do give me about how you liked the presentation. I'll be waiting for your feedbacks. And for any questions also, you can connect with me directly. You can send a mail. You can connect with on my phone number also. I'll be happy to give answers. I'll be happy to clarify your doubts if you have any.
Sure, ma'am. And many attendees is asking for your YouTube channel also, and they are thanking for your time and your beautiful presentation. And we also thank Dr. Priyanka ma'am for giving her such a valuable and precious time to to explain her research and explain her expertise in the sea remedies. We really enjoyed this session, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mansuri.
Thank you, ma'am. And the video will be soon available on the YouTube channel of Homeopathy 360. There you can also share your reviews and your suggestions. We will definitely respond to them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
everyone.